Hello, my name is Liz. I have an update. I'm trying to sound really sad. Well, I don't know what my last video was. I think it was the summary. I got another summary for you. For me, I mean, for me, you. I still don't have my car ready. Yesterday I woke really early. We went to buy a new part. My dad welded it in there. It was great. I drove it. The chicken didn't still come out. The emission hasn't. It won't pass it if I take it. So what's the point of me losing $40? So my dad took it, and then I took the Suburban. But today the car is still here. I can only imagine it was because my dad needed a ride or something. I don't know. But my car is here, not being run, not being tested. I'm taking this Suburban to pick up Tito. This can only end well. But let's talk about the Beatles. I was doing yesterday the day before, because when I counted the box, I believed I left $100. 1, 5, and 120. Now, when they came and counted the money, the guy said, "You're missing $20," and I said, "No, I left them there." So we began this dance of him saying, "I didn't take it." I was like, "Well, I didn't take it, and I left it there," me implying that you took it. He was really offended. He told Maria. I went home angrily. Then yesterday, Maria talked, that day, she didn't know anything about that. She's like, "Can you come in and work early today? I need to get a work doctor." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine." So I did. She left the second I ran there. And then the next day, and later that day, when she came, like at 9 or something, she was like, "Oh, do you need a change?" And I'm like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you. Yeah, Roberto told me you left for $20 and you told him he stole it." I was like, "I didn't tell him he stole it, I implied it." He's like, "Same thing." It's true. Well, regardless, the money was there in my bag, my brown bag. And I counted the money and put all the tickets, all the receipts, everything in the brown bag. And then I put the brown bag on the door of the office because we don't have access to the office. And that's it. And I was like, "Was the money inside the brown bag or outside the brown bag?" She's like, "Inside. You left everything inside." I was like, "Son of a bitch." I was so angry. You were wrong. She didn't say that, but the only right explanation is either you're right or you're wrong. I was wrong, and I feel so bad because how am I not accountable? How can I not? How can I work without trusting my judgment? I was so damn sure I left them there, and they weren't there at all. And I judged them, and I was rude, and he's been nothing but nice, and sometimes mean, and he's lazy, but it doesn't matter. Money is money. Money was there. And I was wrong. So, yesterday at night when he came in, I opened the door, and then I was talking to the phone, and I was throwing some food and everything. So, and there's that. Oh, and then I told him, I was like, I'm sorry. Like, when he was counting the money, Lisa, did you count this box? And I was like, yeah. He started counting it. I was like, oh, I need to talk to you. And he was like, about what? He was pissed. I would have been super pissed. I would have been like, fuck you, kid. I would. That sounds like something I would do. And then I was like, oh, I need, about what? Like, Maria told me what happened, and I never meant for you to be offended and think that I was telling you that you stole it. I was just, whatever, and I just wanted to be the adults and tell you I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to do that, and I was wrong. So I can only apologize for my actions. And he was just looking at me like, didn't want to say anything, and I was like, you don't have to say anything, I just wanted to say I'm sorry, okay? And then he's like, you know what, like, 2 years ago, I was working here, and I was me and Junior, and we would get high with meth every single day. We never touched the money box. Now, why would I burn myself? Why would I fuck myself over for $20? I was like, yeah, I understand. And then he just started talking to me, and I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't. He's like, you were so freaking offended. And I was like, yeah, I was freaking offended because I thought I could trust my judgment, and apparently I can't. And I dragged you into this. I'm really sorry, and I didn't mean for that to happen. I can only be accountable for my actions, and this is try to see it through my way. I didn't take it. I didn't steal money. So I don't know what you do, but I can only be sure about what I do. So since I didn't take the money, I was like, well, fuck you. You probably took it. But I didn't mean for that to happen. And like I said, I'm telling you, I'm sorry. You don't have to say anything. He's like, that's fine. And then we moved on. And then he was kind of my other boss, and I helped him with the food. It was great. And I think we're okay. But I would never trust him again. I would never trust me again. So hopefully that doesn't make him mean or anything. And I also didn't charge someone. And they give him the food and he just ran away. I want to drink coffee. Bye. Oh, also I'm really torn because everybody's doing this super challenge in YouTube, and if you win, you get the silver lung, and it's like it's a contest, it's a popularity contest. And I was like, okay. And when Grace mentioned it, I was like, I'm fucking voting for you. But then she told us how many people were involved, and now I'm kind of torn because Daily Grace is doing, or called the Graciest, the Daily Graces or something like that. SourceFed is, I wouldn't do it for it, but Philip DeFranco was there, and he's calling us the nation to work ahead. Now, I'm part of the nation. I've been supporting his ass forever, but so there's that one. And then Nice Peter is doing his. I think those are the only ones that I know. Yeah, those three. And it's like, where are we gonna do it? I think I'm gonna get everyone that I work for to do the contest. I'm gonna get all Betos and all Teriyaki to do it for me. I can't get customers to do it, but jeez, I would. Alright, bye.